Hi everyone, and welcome to the Aquarius January 2022 mid-month engagement reading. This is I Am Illuminated Tarot, a place to better connect and become aware of your own spiritual importance. So, what we're going to be taking a look at in this reading is we're going to be pulling a card for curiosity, courage, and contemplation, and taking a look at what Spirit would like us to be curious and open to for the second half of this month, what Spirit would like us to be aware of as we take action, and a point of contemplation or reflection for the rest of this month. And this is all in an effort to better engage your unique, internal, singular spiritual self with your external environment so that you can better understand and use your spiritual importance. All right, so Aquarius, let's jump right in. I'm going to pull a Power of Surrender card for the concept of curiosity. One pops right out, the concept of curiosity. And this is going to be something that Spirit would like you to keep in mind, to become open to as we start to move forward into the second half of this month. And you guys got a great one. It says, surrender procrastination. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. Beautiful message for the second half of this month. Now, I do feel it's kind of strange that you have almost a reverse message from the majority of signs this month, which received kind of more of a wait and see and review and reflect kind of message. You guys have something a little different. This is more about it's time to move. And maybe perhaps you have been reflecting up to this point as to where you should take action or what you should do, especially coming into the new year. We can all kind of have that fresh perspective of like, okay, I'm going to jump on this goal and I'm going to start working towards this goal. But where Spirit would like you, why Spirit's calling this to your attention now, is because there's some aspect of your life experience that you are currently holding back from pursuing. And usually we know what that is. Usually we know where we are kind of having that kind of avoidance behavior around something. It's going to be that one task you keep kind of kicking the can down the road, so to speak. And why you're being asked to take a look at this is because there's going to be something that comes up that is going to become important through you taking a look at what you kind of keep putting off and putting off and putting off. And the reason why I think Spirit would like you to become aware of this now is because often what can happen when we kind of kick the can down the road and we keep putting off what we know we need to do and what Spirit would actually like to push us to do is that something in our external environment will force us to do it. And this could look like you knowing that you have to walk away from a job and you're not willing to do it. And so all of a sudden the job lets you know that you're being laid off or that they're closing up shop or moving to a new location, and you're forced to have to actually face now that thing, that area that Spirit was trying to get you to take a look at. And this could be something even as simple as making sure you file your taxes online or getting paperwork together that you know you have to put together as you move towards, let's say, purchasing a home or a new house, or you are moving and you have to forward your mailing address, things like that, that even though they may seem small, they can snowball into much larger detrimental consequences down the line. So be open and aware of where you are procrastinating, and this is really where Spirit's saying that is the place to focus on for the next 2 weeks, because I feel just personally, but also looking at the astrological lineup of moving into February, the pace is gonna pick up. There's gonna be some cool things happening, and so I feel like for you guys, Spirit's kind of getting you prepared for that. All right, let's take a look at, I'm gonna pull a couple animal oracle cards here for the concept of courage, and this is where Spirit would like you to have the courage to take action and make those tough decisions that are for your own benefit, or just what to keep in mind as you take action. What does Aquarius need to know about? Oh, oh, Aquarius. This is like one of my favorite cards in this deck. It says Electric Eel Spirit, bring your ideas to life. And it's number 24, which breaks down to a 6. So when you're thinking about where to take action and having the courage to maybe stop procrastinating in an area and take action towards something, with bringing your ideas to life, there's a strong emphasis here on this isn't maybe just about getting those small things in place. This is about taking a big idea and actually implementing it, putting in the structure or taking the first steps towards making it happen. And with the number 6 coming through, that's a number of actually that can signify nurturing something into life. It can signify actually working with others for a common spiritual goal. And it also can speak to working with the energy of love. So keep that in mind as you're trying to find the courage to maybe stop procrastinating it because you're a little fearful of maybe what it might take to bring this idea to life, and realize Spirit's helping show you that there's an alignment going on right now. With the number 6 coming through with this as well, that aligns to the universal number of 2022 as a year. So there's an element here of things kind of lining up and getting ready for you to almost make like your big reveal. That's what I'm feeling strongly. I'm going to pull a couple clarifier cards here just to take a look at if there's any additional messages, maybe get a little bit more specific as to kind of what you're bringing to life and why. What does Aquarius need to know about the idea? They are, oh my goodness gracious. All right, so we have 6 of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Beautiful. This is success and recognition for basically taking action from a place of passion. The Queen of Wands understands that she can not only take action from a place of passion, but that she can literally grow, and that's the significance of her holding a sunflower while she's in the middle of the desert, that there's this quality of her being able to tap into her own magic and be able to grow and create what she would like, where she would like it. And there is success and recognition coming for you being able to act from that place, for you being able to tap into your own magic and bring something to life. Beautiful. Okay, for a final point here, I'm going to pull a card here for the concept of contemplation. And this is really where Spirit would like, I don't know if you guys saw the squirrel outside. This is where Spirit would like you to basically, a point to keep in mind for the second half of the month, to make you aware of the bigger picture behind the actions you're taking, behind what you're being curious about, and holding yourself accountable to the energies in this card. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we have Never-Ending Story, number 37, which breaks down to a 10, further breaks down to a 1. So there's a feeling kind of here of ending of a cycle and the starting of a new cycle, which is a very big theme in this month specifically. But with Never-Ending Story, there's a feeling with this card that comes in that maybe you have kind of started a project and stopped it, started an idea and stopped it. And there is a component that comes in with this Never-Ending Story of kind of heartbreak or being trapped in a kind of codependent relationship with something or someone. And I don't know, it's kind of hard to see with this setup, but there's almost like there's a person sitting on top of what seems to be the top of a hourglass. And really what's coming through here is the reminder that time is ticking. We only have a finite amount of time on this earth as ourselves in our own present singular experience. And it's almost like, I hate to say it, to be blunt, life is too short to hold yourself back and kind of stay trapped in a place of heartache or wounding or what has happened in the past, and to kind of keep reliving that. It's almost like being stuck in Groundhog Day, except what if what's his name, Bill Murray, had never decided to finally just give in and start to become the best person, the best version of himself. And that's what I'm seeing, kind of feel coming through in here, is that Spirit's trying to push you to reach your ultimate potential. You have a gift to give, just like we all have a specific gift to give, to be of service to the greater collective experience. And it's time now for you to break the cycle of kind of this, it's almost like coming to understanding with the wound and then coming back around and re-experiencing it, and then coming back around and re-experiencing it. And it's like, it's time to just break that and realize it's time for you to step fully into your power and to step up into owning this idea, owning the dream, the hope, the wish that you have, that you are dying to make happen for yourself, and go out there and do it. Beautiful message. I really like this for you, Aquarius. I'm going to pull just a couple extra clarifiers for this last one. You have a pretty clear message here. I think a lot clearer than some of the signs where it's like, the time is now. Go out there, do it, take action on your passion and inspiration, and you will be rewarded for it. And it's time to let go of the wounds of the past, of the things you've suffered, because they've all been in a effort to get you to this place to finally be able to see and see your own power. So we have the star, which is fantastic, lining up with this whole reading. It's asking you, what is your guiding hope, your dream, your wish? And you have the magic within you to make that happen. And the time is now. I think for some of you, you have so put off what you really wanted, and that's what's constantly bringing you back to this place of wounding, because you kind of keep trying to appease others. You keep maybe staying in a comfort zone. You keep trying to follow, but then you get distracted by maybe others in your life or situations that come up, and you kind of just keep, again, kicking the can down the road. And actually, this kind of makes me think, so me and my husband were watching a Netflix show the other day, actually about this very concept, about procrastination and what can happen when you kind of literally kick the can down the road. And it was a beautiful depiction of an individual who kind of felt he had all the time in the world, and then gets the gift of basically seeing his life go by in years every few minutes and not being able to interact with it. And then finally he gets that moment of realization and the ability to interact, and he can learn all of his lessons in one moment. And that's the point where he gets to go back and kind of do it all again. And sometimes that's what we need to realize, is that in kicking the can down the road for so long, we have become so disengaged from living our truth, from living our authentic self into life, that we have let years go by. Years go by where we're just doing, and we almost forget the why behind it. We forget the why I first started something, the why I wanted to date that person, the why behind getting the job I now have. And it's almost like at this point, Spirit's asking you to kind of look back, do a life review, quickly learn all those lessons, and now embrace this moment. Embrace this moment and push forward with all those lessons learned and all the understanding that you have. And it's almost like asking you to do it again, but with full knowledge. It's like a Groundhog Day reset, but this time you're going to be successful. All right, Aquarius, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you would like to illuminate your own personal spiritual importance and to see how it can be of service to yourself and others, you can click on the link to my website in the description box below. Otherwise, I will see you all in February. Bye, Aquarius.